Hello and welcome to the Tavern Chat podcast. I am your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, your main proprietor at the Tenkar's Tavern blog, Discord server, MeWe group, Facebook group, Twittering, Instagram, YouTube.com/Eric Tenkar, ERIKTENKAR. We do live streams. I believe tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Bad Mike Battleotto from North Texas RPG Con, and Tim Connolly from Bench Sudell Academy will be live streaming on YouTube and Facebook. But the easiest way to find out what's going on with that, go to YouTube.com/Eric Tenkar, ERIKTENKAR, and subscribe to the channel. It's free. It helps me, and you won't miss the live streams. Live streams are great because we get live comments, and that really rocks my world. That makes me really feel that we're interacting, and that is awesome. So, before I delve into the AD&D thoughts of the day, I would like to mention something. David Beatty. If you don't know David, he put out he had the Kickstarter for was it Dark Trails or Darker Trails? It is a weird Western using the DCC RPG rules. Well, he is a cat person. I'm a cat. I'm an animal lover. He's an animal lover. And David has it's a local rescue that he works with, and every year he does a raffle. You can win some amazing stuff, mostly DCC related, but some stuff beyond that. And it's just $1 to enter the raffle. You can every dollar you donation you make is $1. It's an entry. To make it easy, if you wish to donate to the raffle to help with feral cats, the ones that are houseable, they try to find homes for, like our girl Sadie, who walked in on us literally the evening after we lost our feline daughter Ashley. She walked into the house. This is a stray that we had been feeding since July. She was a sweet girl, so she wasn't feral. She must have been somebody's house cat that was either lost or abandoned. You know, we are in the world of COVID. But go to tencars-tavern.games/Ashley. tencars-tavern.games/ASHLEY. It takes you to the PayPal donation site. I'm going to ask you to do something. This is important if you do donate. Okay? PayPal gives you the opportunity to add a note or a message to your donation and just say the tavern sent you. There's a reason why you want to do that. Because the tavern will match the first $500 that is raised by members of the tavern's extended community. So double the effect that your donation is going to have. You donate $5, it's effectively 10 because I'll be matching that $5. So why not get the most out of it? tencars-tavern.games/Ashley. So today, I'm back to my player's handbook. I'm gonna have to bring up my DMG because there's a lot more quirkiness for the DMG. But I didn't realize that there was a little section on page 106 titled obedience. And that's almost like one of those, forbidden words these days, right? Do you promise to cherish and obey? Obedience, this aspect of play, has 3 facets, not just 1, 3. The leader and caller of a party might order one course of action while various players state that their characters do otherwise. Your DM will treat such situations as confused and muddled, being certain to penalize the group accordingly. I'll be honest with you. We never really had a caller. And I can see why you need a caller, maybe with really large groups. You know, and I say really large, I mean, I guess 10 plus. But we were barely able to agree on a leader. It was usually muddled anyway. Um, and let's be honest, if you're playing a game, do you really want somebody else telling you what you're doing? It's like the group consensus rule out, and then people want to make their own decisions, make their own decisions. I don't know. I know I'm a bad old schooler when it comes to that. Obedience also applies to hirelings and henchmen. Loyalty and morale are factors here, as is the existing situation where obedience is called for. Finally, certain magic items, particularly magic swords, tend to be argumentative and may refuse to obey uncertain, demanding, weak, or foolish masters. If in doubt regarding obedience, the short test is one where you ask yourself if your character would do it. This test applies only to creatures, not magically endowed items. If you ask a henchman to try on a cloak, it is probable that he or she and all of your other henchmen or hirelings will expect that the garment will become his. Likewise, if the servitor is asked to sample the contents of a potion bottle, the item is regarded as the servitor's property by all onlookers. Obedience is based on such considerations: fairness, justness, rewards, hazards, love, respect, fear, and similar repute and emotion. And I think we've all had that, right? You have your your PCs or your players. I was like, oh, you send the hireling in first. Yeah, the torchbearer goes in and he checks. He'll, this we're going to send in the Polish mine detector. And I'm not. This is a bad. It's yes, it's a reference to a bad Polish joke. But you're sending in the hireling to find the traps, right? Although I've known groups that have used mules and donkeys to do the same. Let's be honest. If that's how you're treating your hirelings and henchmen, you aren't going to be getting many in the future. So, what else did I look at here? Well, I look at experience, and it's on the same page. Okay, but what I find interesting here is that monsters captured or slain always bring a full experience point award. Captured monsters ransomed or sold bring a gold piece experience point ratio award. Monsters slain gain a set point award. Okay. I'm not going to give a little bit more detail than that, but we're not going to go into that. The next paragraph that I find interesting. Finally, clerics' major aims are to use their spell abilities to aid during any given encounter. I don't know if that really is. Isn't their aim to further their god's goals, or shouldn't that be what their aim is? Fighters aim to engage in combat. Magic users aim to cast spells. Thieves aim to make gain by stealth, and monks aim to use their unusual talents to come to successful ends. These are really weird. I mean, monks, isn't every character trying to use their talents to come to a successful end? I would think that would be everybody's. We want the adventure to be profitable, so we're going to use our talents to ensure that it is. So, if a character gains treasure by pursuit of their major aims, then they are generally entitled to a full share of earned experience points awarded by the DM. Conversely, then, if you're not using your talents properly, I guess you don't get a full share. Your magic user's first level, he has one spell, right? All right, you can't. And hey, you got fucked up. You don't get sleep. You randomly got shocking grasp, and you missed your attack roll. Are you not entitled to a full share of the experience points because your spell failed and it was only one shot? Right? Your cleric has one spell. It's Cure Light Wounds. You only healed for 1 hit point. Oh, and you failed your turn undead. Again, that paragraph I have problems with. I mean, I'm not saying that 2E handled it all that much better. 2E added experience bonus pools, basically, of, you got to track how many spells did you cast, how did the fighters do in combat, did the thieves use their thieves skills, and that means that when you're designing an adventure, you got to make sure all these in-game check boxes are there to be checked, and I think that's not really beneficial to play. Okay, I never penalized my players or their characters for, all right, the cleric dove in. The magic user had to get involved in melee combat because they had no effective spells. Right? Is that good or bad for their experience points? Okay. By the luck of the draw, their spell list sucks. Is that their fault? And by extension, if you aren't going to give a full share of experience points, they're going to lag behind the rest of the party. I could see penalizing them for being disruptive players, but not again. And those goals, a thief should have maybe a goal set by the master of the Thieves Guild. Maybe the fighter has a goal that his trainer wants him to achieve. The magic user's mentor wants them to find some book in this dungeon, right? The cleric is looking for some minor holy relic. That should be what they're looking to accomplish. The other stuff is just secondary. I think it misses the mark. But again, this is me looking at a book that was written in the late 70s, and here we are in 2020. Maybe I'm missing the mark. I'll accept that possibility. Folks, we are in the world of COVID. Please use your common sense. Additionally, like I said, live stream tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Myself, Bad Mike, we will be hosting Tim Connolly from Benchleydale. It would have been Joe the Lawyer, but Joe the Lawyer decided he hadn't killed a computer in a while, so coffee. Yeah, we all listen. I spilled a drink on my laptop. Got very lucky. Nothing got inside, but Joe happened to kill his PC with coffee. What a hell of a way to go. So Joe and I, we were going to be launching our every other Friday live stream. Therefore, it would have been the Saturday episode here on the podcast. That is being delayed at least a week, maybe two. If we delay it two, it means that we'll be recording on Christmas evening. Ooh, geez, that's going to be a weird one to try to pull off. I don't know. We'll see. Folks, as always, thank you very much. Be safe. Be well. God bless you, each and every one. Roll your dice well. And I will talk with you all tomorrow. Laters.